Um, our second top story, and boy, did I try to get the inside scoop on this, JD, or what? I really
Yes.
tried to
So
get the inside scoop on this Noah story, and man, I got the big not exactly a stiff arm, but our homeboy is kayfabing us a little bit.
our friend did not answer our questions for this. I'm sure this kind of blindsided him too, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So I was super bummed that we didn't get any scoop skis on this one, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So Noah wants a WWE partnership. Actually, Cyberfight, the new president of Cyberfight, stated at the press conference, Yusaki Okamoto, who was appointed as the new president of Cyberfight on Wednesday, so that's the parent company of Noah, said one of Cyberfight's targets was to strengthen their relationship with WWE. Said Cyber Agent, the parent company of Cyberfight, also owns Abema and a streaming service that is the new home for the WWE content in Japan, including Raw, SmackDown, and premium live events. WWE and Pro Wrestling Noah have worked together in the past. Nakamura took part in a Noah event back in 2023 where he wrestled the Great Muta in one of Muta's final matches before retiring. Kenta also made some appearances while he was working for WWE. Wednesday's press conference saw Keiji Muto being appointed as an official scouting advisor for Pro Wrestling Noah, and it was announced that Oka Sasaki and Ita would be officially joining Pro Wrestling Noah. But Noah making the big push to be a partner with WWE, man. What do you think?
It's interesting. Disheartening in a little bit in a way. Mainly because any company that's partnered with WWE winds up not surviving. So my brain always goes there. Like WWE was doing stuff with All Japan at the beginning of the year, and All Japan fans really rejected that. Right? They brought in Charlie Dempsey to challenge for the title, and the All Japan fans kind of shit on it. I can't help. Now, here's the thing: Japanese wrestling fans like Japanese wrestling. I'm talking about native fans, right? Not people from the States who are pro fans or whatever. I wonder how their fan base is going to react to this. I mean, Noah's been really good this year. You talk about, I haven't been watching, and I heard Joe and Rich praise the last Great Voyage show, and I was like, man, I got to go back and catch this. They're saying it's good things, like, because Noah I used to be a huge Noah fan. The last year really kind of turned me off to the company a little bit. I just wasn't connecting with anything, so I was curious. I don't know, man. I don't know how this is going to react. I don't know if Cyberfight really just wants to be NXT Japan. And where does DDT fit in all this? Because DDT's got that relationship with AEW, and it's a very different kind of company. Yeah. It's interesting to me.
It's interesting. It's kind of scary because we know WWE's history with working with other companies. Look at the UK scene. There's a lot of people at fault for that, but I think WWE is probably the biggest one for killing that scene. And Regal kind of sold out all those companies over there, and they poached all the talent, and they ended up putting some of them on the WWE network, and nobody ever watched any of this stuff. And next thing you know, pandemic hits, and those companies are all out of business. WWE's been looking for their foothold in Japan for a long time. I think they were at one point trying to buy Noah. I think, didn't they try to buy All Japan at one point too? Or
they did try to buy both, yeah.
Yeah, and of course the Japanese companies they're very patriotic. They don't sell to outsiders. So it's kind of I think it's kind of cool that they do that. So because they don't want anybody kind of getting their grips into their companies from overseas. So yeah, but it's really hard to say. WWE's history under the Vince era, you would think, oh, they're gonna kill it, but the guys that are there now were a part of that, right? Like Triple H was a part of the killing of the UK scene. So was Regal. Nick Khan probably made some of those deals happen. They essentially killed Evolve, right? They killed Evolve. ECW worked with WWE, and next thing you know, they're out of business. And then you go back all the way to the territory days where Vince was getting tapes from all these territories, and one by one he started poaching the talent and killing them off and taking their TVs. So I have historical precedence that says this probably would not go well should they do it. But Abema's a big company. Cyberfight's a big company, right? So it's not like they're like a subservient brand like Cyberfight. I know WWE is huge too, but Cyberfight's no joke. They got a lot of money over there, which you could tell by a lot of the production, the money they spend on their shows. So Wrestle Universe is a great app. It is a great website. They got a lot of great action on there. I wish they would bring over some of their MMA stuff and kind of make it like a super combat sports app, but I really like it. It's and visually, I think Noah, as far as production wise, is right there at the top. They don't have as many bells and whistles as WWE, but their camera work and everything that they do with it, I think, is very good, top notch stuff. They got a lot of great talent. Their talent's a bit on the older side, but they still got Kaito Kiyomiya and some of those cats over there. Inamura, who remains one of my favorites. I wish they'd finally get behind that guy, but they got a lot of great talent over there. What I don't want is to see Kaito Kiyomiya over in NXT, learning how to look at the hard cam, right, and doing squats and taking bumps and stuff like that. I don't want them to kind of ruin him, because I think we finally got him to where I think Noah needs him to be, because they've given him so many shots and he just never was able to kind of get through that, and become that top guy that they were looking for. But I think they might have finally gotten him, you know what I mean? And so for him to go do NXT stuff, I think that would just ruin the whole thing.
No, I agree. I wonder if WWE are these talks with WWE pre-existing, or do they just come out there and say we want to strengthen our relationship with WWE? Because that's exactly what All Japan did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
they just came out and said, hey, we want to work with WWE, blah blah blah. The fans shit on it. I'm very curious, because again, Noah fans are older fans that are typically fans like a little bit more MMA, a little bit more fans of like the Royal Road stuff, right? The Arc style stuff, the Misawa era, like the it's older, right? So if WWE was as popular in Japan as they want us to think they are, they would tour there all the time. The truth of the matter is like the WWE fans from Japan are just fans of US pop culture. Those exist. But I mean, like, they don't draw great. And here's the thing. Here's the reason why they want this, right? Here's the key to this. Japanese wrestling is in a bad place right now. This is why they're all working together, because nobody's drawing. They have not recovered. None of the companies have recovered from the pandemic. And this reeks to me of Noah trying to, Cyberfight specifically, trying to protect itself, trying to latch on to the only company right now that is being successful at the box office, aside from CMLL. Like AEW's, New Japan, nobody's drawing a lot. So they're trying to latch on, and historically speaking, that doesn't work well. WWE tends to strip mine what they want and leave the bones. I don't know. You can say you have historical precedents on your side.
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about it. Noah is no stranger to having a partnership with an American promotion. They worked at TNA for years, so it's not that crazy. The crazy thing is having a partnership with WWE, because those partnerships typically don't end well. So we'll continue to check it out and see what's going to happen with that. I am not very optimistic, but if it's just like occasionally, somebody from Noah works a takeover show or whatever NXT is calling their shows now, or if it's sending Charlie Dempsey over for a big show and stuff like that, like NXT working, it might be able to be fine, but I always feel like there's an ulterior motive here.
I mean, what do you think? You think they're going to send Ironhead Fujita over to work a takeover? I mean,
maybe. Oh man. Well, I think what was the joke? Oh, we can get Ironhead Fujita versus Goldberg in a stare down match. I cannot remember who said that joke, but it was so great. It was so great.
You know what they really should do? Is they should get Nakajima back and send him over to an NXT show and let him just kick the shit out of those performance center kids, and like just let him be a dickhead on NXT television. I would be thoroughly entertained.
I think that would be great.